Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome in. It's Big Leg, and let's say it with a hoarse voice. One person. Hello. Happy Sunday. Fill up my water bottle again. Sure. You can see me and hear me. Let me know. They changed the button for live. First, I went to go live. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, how are you? Is Mr. Garden State Gardener still live or no? It says 3 people. 1 thumbs up. Let's wait. Give people a chance to get in, say hello. Got super curly hair today. But happy Sunday. It's Sunday again. Hello, Adrian. How are you, girl? Happy Sunday. Indiana Backyard Gardener's in the house. Joe just got done. I think he's kind of tired. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Indiana Backyard Gardener, can you share this live out? They moved the button. I can't do it anymore. Me and my shadow. Hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Make sure everybody hits the thumbs up on their way in, please. Would greatly appreciate it. And happy Sunday. I can't believe it. Girl, you're in here. Long time no see. We'll get into things once we get going. Yes, there is Adrian's Indiana Backyard Gardeners. Link to her channel. Definitely go check her out. She has great content. Good person. Hello, Shelly and Anthony. How are you? Happy Sunday. Done shared. Thank you. Appreciate it. I can't do it on my own anymore. They changed the button. And congratulations, Mama, on all your success with the kids. Greatly appreciate you sharing it out, and wanted to say congratulations with all the kiddos. 9 people in here and 2 thumbs up, really? Come on now. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. I know. Do you believe it? You have one in the military? Do you believe that? Craziness, isn't it? I'd be scared in today's world, but gotta let kids live their lives. 3 thumbs up, 8 people. Hello, KP Heathen. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Oh, 2 now. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Wow, girl. So exciting, isn't it? 4 thumbs up, says KP Heathen. Yes, 9 people in here and 4 thumbs up. Hello, KP. How are you, my friend? How is it going? Just letting people roll in. 5 thumbs up. Can we get it to 9? My son left and he's going to be a nuclear engineer. Awesomeness. Going to make bank doing that. Great, great money. So you're not completely an empty nester, right? How exciting for you. There is KP Heathen, another one of our lovely friends in this community. Go over and check them out. Hello, Brooke Trout. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. And I will fill you in on the chicken. Nope, 1 more. Yep. So no empty nests yet. That's a whole other experience. 9 people, 6 thumbs up. Come on. We're going to get the live going as soon as we get to 9 thumbs up. 10 people in here. Thanks. Go Navy. Absolutely. How are you, Brooke Trout? I hope you're well. I hope you had a good weekend. And yeah, I'll fill you in on the chicken situation. Did see your comment, did research that. And when she was thoroughly, there's Laura. Hello, Laura. Laura's in the house, my girl. Everyone, say hello to Laura. Yeah, when you wrote that, I looked up the definition of it and checked her out for it, and I didn't see it. So, but I will definitely fill you in on what's going on, what's the update. So we have Suzanne and Laura in the house moderating. We have to see where Mr. Paul Honeyman is. He had a sore back last week. He strained his back. I'll have one going into the Marines. Oh, that's exciting. Well, I come from a military family, so much respect to the military and everyone that's serving our country right now in these times. One of our dogs have that. It comes and goes. Oh, does it? Yeah, it didn't say anything about it going away. It said sort of like a growth. Hello, Ace Mendora. How are you, my friend? Happy Sunday. Welcome in, welcome in. 12 people, hit the thumbs up. We'll get this show rocking and rolling. Hi, Laura. I forgot to text you. Suzanne was the first one on. So we'll see what happens. The ladies might have to run the live tonight if Mr. Paul Honeyman doesn't show up. But that's okay. If he has a sore back, he has a sore back. Hey, girl. I hope your back is doing good. Yup, hashtag proud military. It should say hashtag proud military mom. I think I saw that on Instagram. Oh, did it, Suzanne? Well, at least they're out for him. So Ed will be receiving his seeds any day. Yeah, that's a big thing. The border is a mess for sure. I was going to actually start this live off with something interesting. Let's see. I have a coffee mug that says that. Oh, do you? Good. Until I get a better name for Sunday Night Lives, I just do sip and chat. I currently am drinking Circle. It's like the third water I put in here today, considering yesterday was like a hot mess. I didn't drink as much water yesterday, and now I just flew through 2 of these. So I guess somebody's a little dehydrated. Yeah, we'll get them. How are you, Ace? How's everything going where you're at? So are we ready to kind of get this going, even though we didn't make it to 10 thumbs up yet? But if you're watching this after the fact, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I should have used it as my picture tonight, but made it to 2,417 subscribers within a matter of like 2 days, 2-3 days. So that's exciting. Thank you, everyone. Greatly appreciated. And if you do watch this back or you watch the videos and you're not a subscriber, maybe think about subscribing. It will cost you nothing. Woohoo! I know, it was exciting. I saw it late last night, I think it was. And, you know, you can get the little badges. It made it to 500 subscribers. I know I was getting there. Great big shout out to KP who made it to 500 subscribers. So you now get the community page, but a big fat congratulations. But yes, I'm extremely grateful, thankful. Anyone that watches my lives, watches them back, watches the videos, watches the chickens, you know, all the videos are getting good views. Really, really appreciate it and appreciate the playback. Honest to goodness. But yeah, it's so exciting for KP. Made it to 500. You know, we're a close-knit community over here. We all support each other. Congratulations, my sister. Thank you. But very exciting. So YouTube Buddy, I think it is. You can get the little, like, award things. And I happened to go over there because there were some alerts and I wanted to delete them out. And it said, like, one of the moderators can look now if it's showing up. It might say, like, 2.4. So it's 2,400. And I want to say, like, maybe 17. So 5:04 now, KP. Come on now. So if you watch us back, support our fellow YouTube creators and subscribe to them. Like I was saying, if you're not subscribed here, will cost you nothing. Courtesy of Jay, let's get into that. I asked for Tiffany blue with the tinfoil type look. So did that on Wednesday. Great big shout out to Jay because, it wouldn't be getting done any other way. So, got my nails done on Wednesday. And got 2 phone wires for my phone because fancy nails, says Suzanne. Yeah, I went for Tiffany blue and something a little bit different, like a little bit more silver on this one and the silver like foil on here. So he took me to my usual place. There's KP Heathen's link. The moderators will post everyone's link. Make sure I think Suzanne may have already done Adrian's from Indiana Backyard Gardeners. Go over and show my girl lots of love. Love her. I've never got my nails done, or my hair. Go you, girl. I used to get it done all the time, and then, with everything going on, I think it was like 3 years, 4 years maybe with no nails. Just kind of felt naked. But every time I go in there, I have them get cut. So it gets the plastic off. You're welcome. And never say thank you to me, girl. And they were cut, actually, and they still look pretty long. So, yeah. So what did we do? He took me to the place that I like. We went to T-Mobile. He didn't get 1 phone cord. He got 2 because my phone wire kept beeping. Now I think it's a slight battery issue. I looked it up under Amazon. Beautiful blue. Yeah, I thought it was super pretty. Super pretty. You know me. Been getting it done since the 80s, so. You want to like what you pick because you got to look at it for like a month and 2 weeks, at least I do. My nails will do pretty good depending on how much time they spend in water. So, anyway. Got her nails done. He stopped at Fritz's, got me apple turnovers, 2 plugs from T-Mobile. He had lunch. I had breakfast at the diner with him, and then hung out, and then I came back here. So, we want to start off with this as a little informational tip, in case you're not aware. I was sent the email about the cyber attack on all the pharmacies and the healthcare system. And I had the Popular Report. He's a reverend, if you haven't checked them out. Beautiful blue, thank you. Hello, Huga. Huga, thank you so much for your comment about the chicken yesterday. I'll get into the whole chicken drama in a minute. Moderators, post a link for the Popular Report. You can go over there and look at it. He's a reverend. And he was posting the worst health crisis since COVID-19, millions at risk. And I kind of knew something like this was going to happen 2 years ago. So if you need prescriptions, you may have to get them filled. You may have to wait in lines. They don't even have the computers turned on. So as he was saying, be patient, stand in the lines, but if you need medicine now, go get your medicine. Like these things that I was telling people that were going to happen, they all told me I was nuts, and here we are. So if it's life-threatening medicine, they said you can go to the ER, but if you're on like a thyroid medicine or maybe anxiety medicine or something like that, or worse, and you need your pain medicine or heart medication, follow up. Go watch all the information he put out there. I just wanted to give you some information on it. I got the email Wednesday or Thursday for the hacking. So people were there to get their scripts on Thursday, then Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday. No scripts. You can pay cash, but then you're going to be waiting for your insurance company. Thank you, Laura. That's for my Cash App, if anyone ever feels ever so generous. Yeah, but then if you pay cash for your prescriptions, you would have to wait for the insurance company to reimburse your money. So I definitely wanted to put that information out there. He's not like a fearmonger type channel. Reverend, love him. The Popular Report. And it is going around that they won't even turn the computers on because the hacking was so bad that it's stealing people's personal information. So, from me to you, if you need your medicine, get it now. What is that one? Yeah, that one's not on there. Well, that one's not any good anymore, but if you can post the, um, hold on, I just had a brain fart. The Amazon link, that would be extremely helpful to me because there's certain things in there that I'm going to need as emergency. So if you feel ever so grateful or inclined, I do have a Cash App, PayPal, and an Amazon. Top three things on the list is the most important right now that, I need to have. So yeah, just go check them out. If you need your medicine, go get it because they're talking computers aren't even turned on and won't be turned on for 14 days. So it's different insurance companies and then the littler insurance company mixed in. I know Medicare's one, Blue Cross is another. So be super duper careful. I'm going to call in the morning and see if my prescription is ready. And if it is, I'm just going to go right to CVS and get it so that I have it. And that's that. So, Popular Report, go check it out. Wait till after the live to check it out. And do your own homework. Okay? Stay safe. If you need your medicine, get it. Who knows how long this is going to take to get this mess straightened out. So, I wanted to start off with that. And Laura is posting my PayPal. Suzanne's got the Popular Report. I see the headline for it, but I didn't read the story yet. It's a very bad cyber attack that's affecting all pharmaceuticals. So, I'm a huge follower of, I was ready to say Panera, like Panera Bread. Oh, Appalachian Homestead. And she was talking, you know, not that long ago actually, about something like this happening. And I think I mentioned this on my channel before. If you have oregano, do your own research and check it out. Medicinally. She also had recommended like 2 bottles of whiskey and a bottle of vodka to always have in the house. Whiskey because of pain and other ailments. I'm not a doctor, just do your own research. But here we are. So it's severe cyber hacking into the medical pharmaceutical industry. That's huge. And that's not good. So just another problem we're going to have to deal with. So since I love you all, I just wanted to make sure in case you didn't see it or didn't get the email that you're up to date on that Popular Report. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Suzanne, for posting everything. I don't need for meds, thank God. Thank you, Suzanne. There's my Amazon wish list. Me and my shadow. Well, then it was also the cell phone issue in the US. Yes, that was the other thing. I wasn't affected. If I was affected, I was sleeping. But it did say a lot of cell phone services went down within that same time frame, like Verizon, T-Mobile, so forth and so on. So you do need to get your ducks in a row if you need. People are glued to their cell phones, don't even know how to communicate with each other. If you need a way to get like an outside communication, maybe think of something like an Amazon Alexa. I know you might be thinking she's recording you, but she's not, and there's an easy way to make sure she's not. But you can at least dial out. You can talk to your family members. It's just an idea. I don't like Google, so I wouldn't recommend them. But I do have an Alexa with the screen. And it's very helpful because when my phone kept dying from like the battery or the plug, I went through my Amazon Alexa. So keep that in mind, the cell phones and the prescriptions. Cell phone carrier service, going down. Was that the same time as the AT&T thing on Friday? Yeah, I think the actual pharmaceutical hacking was Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure it was Thursday, and I'm pretty sure that's when I got notified of T-Mobile saying like millions of people lost their cell phone service through like Apple or like T-Mobile, just different companies. And I didn't notice anything. My phone was working, thank God. So yeah. Really gonna have to stay on top of things, my friends. Thank you, Laura. There's my Amazon wish list. Friday about the insurance problems. Yeah, they're saying people were trying to get their prescriptions filled Thursday and they couldn't. In my email, I mean, I could say I got it late Wednesday, but it could have been Thursday morning. So a little too, I wouldn't say coincidental. That's the cell phone carriers and the medical, but the medical I think is a whole lot more serious, way more serious. So that's how we just started this live off. Okay, so figure out other means for line of communication and check on your prescriptions. Check to see if your medical is being affected and take it from there. I posted a Help 911 on Saturday. So I have to backtrack a little bit in order for you to understand. So no one wants to help me move out of here. Want me to move out, but don't want to help move. Okay. Debbie's 70 years old. She threw her back out. She came over the other day. I was in the garage getting jars situated because they're going into Debbie's basement until I figure out where I'm going. So we worked on that, and probably about hour and a half or so. And then she hasn't seen the girls in a bit. She thinks she threw her back out from like wood, chopping some wood. God bless her. But she had some scraps for the chickens and she hasn't seen them, and that's Aunt Debbie. So we proceeded to go over to go see the girls. We both went into the run together. And she was putting, scraps, carrots, lettuce type of things down for the girls. And I noticed out the corner of my eye, my one Silver Lace Wyandotte was standoffish, and then she looked like she went under the feeder to hide. So as Debbie was putting food down, I'm watching her, and Debbie picked her head up, and I said, I think something's going on with my chicken. And Debbie was looking observant and said, no, I do too. Scooped her right out of that run, took her outside, put her on the grass. She wasn't really walking. Well, initially she stood, but she was doing a lot of this. And yes, I'm aware that my video was super quick. That was strictly only for my chicken friends, because my first person I thought of was Laura. And I sent her a text message, and she was in a restaurant with her husband. I did the emergency video, Help 911 about my chicken, and had the chicken down on the grass. She was very wobbly. She had her beak open, like breathing wasn't the greatest. She did sit down on the grass and was with her eyes shut. And I said, oh my gosh, something's wrong with the chicken. So let me try to fast forward the story. Got her to drink a little bit, gave her a couple black oiled sunflower seeds. Normally when you walk, your chickens will follow you. She didn't even get up. And she was very lethargic and was not well at all. So I was trying to make some decisions on what to do, and help her. Debbie was giving her water out of her hand, and she got her to drink that way a few times. And I made an executive decision to put her in the coop. Put her in the coop so that she wouldn't be messed with by the other chickens. In the first nesting box is where I put her. Laura then calls me, who has a lot of experience with chickens, went through the different steps of, maybe like Huga said under the comment, maybe a lodged egg, or some people call it a broken egg. Debbie lifted her up and had her butt this way, was feeling her all around, and was speaking to Laura and said no, she feels kind of squishy. So normally, you know, I don't know, she just wasn't good. So got to speak to Laura, unfortunately, about bad circumstances, but I got to speak to her. She was so helpful. Love her to pieces. Let her get off the phone. She was doing errands. And then I went to go, after Debbie left, I gave her some of the sausage, cabbage soup, and all the muffins that I made in those white cups that I can't stand. I would never buy them again. And I was looking around and I found a few of my brown tulip ones. So do over wasn't my recipe on the jalapeno cheddar muffins, and I only did 3 or 4 corn muffins before I was running out the door, which was Wednesday, okay, with Jay. So I can't do a recipe if I have to run out. But I was doing off the bag of the cornmeal. So to be honest with you, they were good, but I know I can do better. So be prepared because I'm going to remake them in the right cups and the way that I want them to be. Like there was no butter even in the cornbread, and I was like, what the heck? I always put butter in there. So I came in, I got her the muffins, the soup. She left. I went to go check on the chicken. About 25 minutes later, she was in the second nesting box, sitting on top of all the eggs, eyes wide open, looking pretty good. Busy trying to get things done around here. Got the tomatoes out of the freezer. Asked Thomas if I could use Jean's roaster pan. You'll see it in the video. I had to bring it up and scrub clean it, yada yada. And that's what I'm holding up in the video. Should have had 5, ended up with 4. I had a little oopsie on the 5th one. It wasn't enough to fill. And then I tried to use the smaller one and it overflowed. You'll see it in the video. But I just put that in the fridge for fresh eating. Finally got that all done. Plus I cleaned the kitchen and all that jazz today. Anyway, so I got on the phone with my niece. Filled her in, told her what was going on, was sending her pictures. My niece is super duper supportive. We have a great relationship. And she said, like, her color was so pale. She wasn't like pink. And I don't know, she was just being super supportive. When I finally got to sit down for 4 minutes to breathe, I did start to cry a little bit. And, you know, that's life. So I went back out about an hour later. No, about 35, 40 minutes later. And she was kind of standing up. She was not doing good, but she was trying to get out the coop door. And I said to my niece, what do I do? And she said, well, Aunt Mel, if animals are going to die, they usually will go off by themselves. They'll just die. I opened the door and let her in and babysat to make sure no one would pick on her in case they knew she wasn't feeling good. She literally was so sad next to the stump for 30 minutes and didn't move. I mean, she would open her eyes, she would shut her eyes. I knew because I was looking out the side kitchen door watching. And then about 20 minutes later, she was in front of the coop door. So I get her Simply Jen Homestead. I'm very friendly with Jen. We've spoken chickens, these chicks, since the day that I got them. I also called her when I didn't get a response back from Laura. And we spoke on the phone. She said usually when it's like that and there's no symptoms like upper respiratory or mites or anything like that, it's like genetic, you know. And she thought the same thing that Laura thought, that she wasn't going to make it. And not Pedialyte, but something along the lines of that. She asked me if I had it, and I did. So I stuck her beak in it. I think she got like 2 sips of it. And she said the next day, for the other chickens, grind up some garlic, tablespoon of honey, 1/4 cup of water, or mix in like the Pedialyte. which I did do that today. Okay. I go out every 45 minutes to an hour last night. I said to Jen, do I just put her in or put her up on her perch? And she said, just put her in. If she wants to go up on her perch, she'll go up on her perch. She didn't, that poor thing. She didn't. Went out, heavy jacket on. We were like 19 degrees here last night in Pennsylvania. Went out, and the back wall, if you're opening the coop door, she was staring at it. My second time out there, she kind of turned her head and looked at me. I saw her tail go up, and she had very, like diarrhea that was like thin, watery, like yellow. And I was like, oh no, this isn't going to be good. Checked on her again from like 11 to 12:30. I finally made peace with the whole situation. So there's nothing that I can do. I mean, I checked everything, her butt, her feet, her nails, her wings. Her eyes were clear. It was the best I could do. And I wished her luck. At like 12:30 last night, it was so cold out there. And I said to my niece, I feel so bad. It's because it's cold out there. But gotta let Mother Nature take its course. I was exhausted. And I jumped up at like 7:05 or 7:10, seeing the light come in the curtain, and was like, oh my gosh, chickens. Ran out, go to open the door to the chickens, and they're coming out. I'm saying, good morning, girls. Three of them are coming down, 4, 5. Boom, she comes down the ramp, and I was like, yes! I said, I am so happy to see you this morning, sweetheart. She looks fantastic. I guess I'm the chicken whisperer. I don't know, but she looks really good. Eating. I mean, she came down out of that coop this morning and down that ramp as if nothing was even going on yesterday, and this chicken was like on her deathbed. So I'm still a little nervous to be like 100% confident everything's okay, but if I had to say right now, she looks fantastic. Eating, drinking. She came running down that thing, and I was like, because I was dreading to open up the coop. So she is alive, she's doing well, and thank God. Thank God for that. So let me get caught up. Yes, that issue was Thursday. I was off that day. Is also a good channel. Southern Prepper 1, Suzanne saying, it's also a good channel for information with his boots on the ground reports. Brooke Trout giving a thumbs up. If I was near you, I'd help you move. But I know. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. Even though my daughter moved down there, it's like, could you imagine? I just suddenly lived in Florida. Ay. Doing dishes, fingers were wet. Yep, we were at Longhorn Steakhouse. I felt out. My little guy was eating mac and cheese. Yeah, I felt bad because originally, like, emergency, like, call me. She could have taken that as here, me. And she said, I can't. I'm in a restaurant. And I did apologize, but no, she called. It was in regards to the chicken, and she's got buku amount of chickens. So, her and Simply Jen Homestead. Simply Jen has been with me since the beginning when I got them as little chicks, flying from Murray McMurray Hatcheries. That's where I got them from. And all the compliments I get on the birds and how well I treat them and how good I am to them and how great they look. I know some things are just out of my control, but maybe the Pedialyte and getting her to drink the extra water, because after it's electrolytes, I think it is. When I saw that liquid diarrhea, I was like, oh yeah, that's not good. It was yellow. When I sat down with my niece, I'm not even going to front it, I sat on the bed. I'm just frustrated with everything that's going on, which you all know sooner than later. As soon as I sat down, it's when the chicken thing was affecting me, and I did start to cry. Care about my girls. I take very good care of them. I try to let them out to free range as much as possible. I just have to be super duper careful because the one dog goes twice. She went after one of the chickens. So we want to get them to Aunt Debbie's as safe as possible, as healthy as possible. So That's that. She came down that ramp. I was so excited. It was one of the best steaks I've had in a while. Your husband cooks steaks. Could it be Mark's disease? What is that? I don't know what that is. And I looked up like everything. And kind of don't believe in that whole swine flu crap that they were talking about before. And she didn't have goopy eyes. She didn't have like that respiratory sound. She was so lethargic and falling asleep and dropping her head, and such a sad thing to look at, for sure. I don't know. I haven't gotten to speak with her anymore. I didn't really get to see the head myself. Yeah, I have pictures for Laura, but she was out. Oh, poor Birdie, definitely. I didn't want to give them a false hope because I know how the chicken thing can go in case they started picking at her. Yep, and I'm glad that Laura did that. She did it right with Debbie standing next to me on speakerphone. And Miss Jan pretty much said the same thing. It's like, not really, don't usually bounce back, you know. And I did come to terms with it and just said, the survival of the fittest. And I feel bad, but I think that I gave her and did everything I possibly could do. She was either going to make it or not. And yeah, that's kind of where I had my brain, which was good coming from Laura, because we're super close, and then coming from Simply Jan, who has a bunch of chickens, and just said from just what her chickens and what she's experienced, they don't usually bounce back. So, oh my gosh, you'll get to see them tomorrow. I pre-recorded Monday Cuteness Overload today. Oh, and I was out there in the dark, and something scampered right by me, and I was like, what the hell was that? I think I was on the phone with Ange, and it was probably like a big mouse or something. Usually I'm not jumpy, but my nerves were shot after the day I had yesterday. So Monday Cuteness Overload, I did today. I did like a spring cleaning in the run, filled up the other water because I felt like she was dehydrated. I moved the other water. There was definitely something digging from the outside. I can feel another hole. So yeah, I did all that today. Um, if it was falling over, you shouldn't put her up on the perch. Yeah, I didn't put her up on the perch. That's what Miss Jan said. Well, by that time, she wasn't falling over anymore. She was a little bit more stable, but not really feeling good and closing her eyes a lot. So I just put her on the bedding. If it's up walking fine and eating, she should be fine. Thank God. You believe this? Good appetite. It's a great sign. Yeah, she only came out, when she came out into the run, she packed 2 pieces of cracked corn and had a little bit of water. So between the electrolytes that I gave her and the water, um, she absolutely had diarrhea because it was very noticeable in the coop. And I got that out, and I'm thinking about just scooping what's in there, get rid of it, because I have more, and I'll just put different bedding down. Literally, it was like on the eggs. So she definitely had some type of stomach thing going on, and looks like a whole brand new chicken today. So I did my Monday Cuteness Overload today because I need to get other things done tomorrow, and I want to be able to, you know, tonight I'm going to give myself a break, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I didn't get very much sleep on Friday night. I couldn't sleep. 3 hours max I got. I was up at the crack of dawn, and then just a bad day yesterday, obviously, later last night, obviously. And tonight I went out to check on them, and they're all on the perch. She included. My fluffy butt is on. So maybe it's just a miracle. But she was up on the perch, so I'm not going to go out tonight and check on her like I was last night. I'm tired, and I have things I need to get done tomorrow morning. So she's up on the perch. She looks like a whole brand new chicken. So let me continue. Well, great. Maybe it's just a vitamin deficiency. The Pedialyte probably helped. Yep. I hear the electrolytes are highly recommended. That's actually what I had. And I said to John, I only have a strawberry kiwi. She said, it's fine. Give it to her. Because it's electrolytes for adults. And that's what I gave her. Suzanne says, I hear the electrolytes are highly recommended for sick chickens, so I guess so. Just very glad to hear she's doing better. Me too. So happy she's okay. Me too. If she came back like that, I'd say so also. It would have to be. Usually, if they're falling over and diarrhea is usually not good. I know I was already thinking that. Is that Erin? Hi, missed you all. Didn't have data, phone, or Wi Fi. Hello, Erin. Happy Sunday. How are you, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in. Everyone, Erin in the house. Sorry to hear that you didn't have any of the above. Good to see you. I lost a head not too long ago. Mine was really bad. I have so many chickens, and mine do free roam during the day, so I know how fast a chicken can change. A thiamine deficiency can cause lack of balance and coordination. What is thiamine? Because you see all the stuff I give the chickens. They get their feed, black oiled sunflower seeds, cracked corn. Because Miss Jen's like, don't give any of your chickens cracked corn. I'm like, Jen, it's freezing here. We're 19 degrees. She's like, oh, okay. Because I only give it to them in the winter when it's cold. It helps to keep them warm. I don't give it to them in the summer. They get lots of fruits and vegetables, no processed food, occasional fish, and no meat. And I let them out to free range, do their thing. I know they need snacks, and they definitely are going to need a bag of black oiled sunflower seeds. So, yeah, maybe it's just a total miracle. And the electrolytes might have helped. But I don't know what thiamine is, and I'm curious. I still like learning. That's scary. Sorry, Mel. Thanks, Erin. It's okay. Debbie was like, Mel, go in the house. Your hands are shaking. It was a combination of like doing the stuff in the garage because no one wants to help, and the tote in the front that had wrapped jars was filled with water. So they either have a leak in the garage. So now that's going to be a freaking project, and you want things done. I worked on the basement a couple days, and I found a box of food down there and things that I didn't want. So it goes in recyclables. And then same with the garage. And I had said that to Thomas, the stuff's gonna, and he was like, that's fine. But I know Gene was like, whoa, the recyclables. Well, want me to move out? I have to use the recyclable can. Because I'm not gonna rent like a dumpster. That's just like absurd. So some things were given to Debbie. Still have more to do in the garage. There's mouse shit everywhere in the garage. So it's all over things, and it's just, and zero help. It was me and Debbie. So yeah. Now I have more canned goods to go through out in the garage because I was told they were all expired and they're not. Just things that I don't want, I'm just getting rid of, and most likely giving all the extra food to Debbie. She helps me out in other ways, and she can have it because at this point in time, it's all good. So great big shout out to Debbie, who literally 7 years old with a sprained back was every year helping me. So tells you a lot. Last summer, our neighbors were watching our 3 chickens while on vacation. Second day, one died. They freaked out. Oh my gosh. No way. Well, that's horrible. And chickens spook easy, so you can't really scare a chicken or you could cause them to have a heart attack. So I was holding her. My niece, I thought, asked a very valuable question. My niece, Erin. Because even Laura said it's possible, you don't want to have them around the other girls. They might pick on her if they think she's weak. Jen said, nah, probably whatever she's got won't go to the other girls. But it won't hurt to let them drink that mixture the next day, which I did make. I used a garlic puck. It's on the channel. It's where it's all the peeled garlic that I had. Another way of preserving it, I just put it in my blender and crushed it. I think with 2 drops of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Has to be like 100% from Italy. I won't buy the other junk that comes from Mediterranean, comes from here, comes from there. That's it. And I scoop it out with an ice cream scooper. Best thing ever. So convenient. I don't ever have to chop garlic. So I did one of those, which equals out to a tablespoon of raw, unfiltered honey. some of the electrolytes, and 1/4 cup of water. And that's in their clean stainless steel bowl for them. So, cold out again tonight. But we're supposed to get warmer temps, so we'll see what happens. That's terrible, brook trout. But it does, yeah. Laura said it, unfortunately, but it happens. Oh, to get what I was saying is, even if there's nothing going on, good personal hygiene, I always wash my hands after touching the chickens or cleaning up the run, wear gloves. Handling the chicken yesterday, kept washing my hands. My niece, Erin, asked that question. I said, no, I'm not afraid of catching anything off the chickens. And I wasn't afraid about her, whatever's wrong with her, going to the other chickens. Simply Jen said, do you have a way you could separate her? And I said, no, I had her in the coop by herself for a while. But she's looking great, everyone. I'm tickled, because I was doing 20 different things. And Debbie saw it. It was like, I think it was the nerve endings from the top of my head since my hands. She's like, your hands are shaking. I think because I'm just pissed. I ain't going to pull any punches anymore. I'm pissed. And, my shit was getting ruined. Ladders up against the refrigerator out there. It's just a joke. Total joke. And I'm the one that has to deal with it, with all the mouse shit everywhere. But when I saw that thing scamper out last night, I was like, what was that? My niece said, well, it could have been worse. Could have been a coyote or a fox, I think she said. And I was like, no, that wouldn't be getting in here because it has the fencing. But a mouse? Yeah, absolutely. Ran quick. Because I went out there multiple times in the dark. So, took the tomatoes out of the freezer on Friday. Because, if you're not new here, then I like to do things. Jean went away to the mountains with her girlfriends for her birthday. And I've been wanting to get the tomatoes out of the freezer, out of that big bag. And Debbie said, maybe you should do step-by-step process and do the video. So I did. But I had to let it go. I have Raynaud's phenomenon. I don't know how I really feel about the whole frozen thing, doing it that way. It does omit a couple steps. Like, I like it. My fingers didn't like it too much, but it all worked out. And then you gotta let it cook down. And then I had to, because my stuff's scattered everywhere. So I decided to use my blender to completely pulverize it. That worked out good. And then I do the same thing with tomato paste. Scoop the tomato paste out of the can and put it in like melon ball size, which is about a teaspoon and a half, freeze it. And I dropped 2 in there. It cooked down a lot. What did I say? I got 4.5 jars. But came out great. These were done earlier today. I decided to pressure can them. 25 minutes tops. Re-cleaned the whole kitchen because I'm just that way. And because it was like a mess on Friday, and I put all the containers away, the lids, and wiped everything down and got the pot downstairs, wiped the stove off. 25 minutes, they're done. And the 1 jar that's in the fridge, maybe I'll eat that on something fresh this week. No harm, no foul. The only thing of it is I already did the citric acid and the teaspoon of salt. That's mandatory when you go to a pressure can, but I usually will water bath because you can. I didn't want to. I just wanted to be done quick because I'm trying to do 50 different things, to be honest with you. Most people are so happy these days, so they probably thought you blamed them. And so, oh my goodness. Hello, Rattle Trap Fishing. Long time no see, my friend. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're well. What's up? Just doing the usual. No, if she's on the roost, she has balance, so she should be fine. I know, I'm so excited. It wasn't anything that they did. It just happened. So glad she's doing better. Me too, Erin. How are you? Welcome in, Rattle Trap Fishing. There's your link going out. I'm just glad be back for now. You all take my mind off of crappy stuff. We love having you here, Erin. Hello, Mr. Joe Serrano. Hello, Melody Babe. And a bit late, but here listening to it in the Always Eerie live streams. Yes, welcome in. Glad to have you here, Joe Serrano. Nice to see you again, Rattle Trap Fishing. Don't forget, you can always go back and rewatch. We need to get the thumbs up, though. 13 people in here, 9 thumbs up. Come on, smash the thumbs up, folks. Absolutely. We're here for Erin. We love her. It's heartbreaking, especially when they're pets and you have so many, but they're all named. My little guy loves them so much. He goes outside every day to play with them. Okay, so my story for why my chickens don't have names is because originally, in case you're new here, they're meat birds / egg layers. Became fond of them. They're egg layers, and that's that. I'd like to get those little bands, you know, so that even when they're at Debbie's, you could tell the difference. I think they're on Amazon, but, you know, I have bigger and badder things to worry about. They come in different colors, so you could tell them apart. And then I would do a thing on YouTube to name them, all 6 chickens. But right now, they're just all my fluffy butts. That's what they are. You know, this is, I had someone say to me, just talk gardening, your gardening channel. And I tried to emphasize, I garden, I cook, I bake. It's an open platform to talk about whatever I want. And look at that. 2 people already like being in the live. I get it, my friends. It's a way to check out. I know you won't believe this. Sometimes I get a little anxious before my Sunday night lives. It's probably because either I'm running late or I'm rushing or it's just me. But we all have to be here for each other now, sincerely. And I'm glad it brings friends together in my life. This is an open platform for you to say whatever you want, about whatever you want. No one's ever going to tell me I can't say what I want or speak freely. I actually just had that said to me earlier in real life. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm not shutting up. This is just the beginning. But yes, I'm glad you find it comfortable here. I'm so happy to have you here. My life isn't perfect, so I vent about it. You know, could be heartache, could be health issues. It's what I'm here for. Just appreciate each and every one of yous. Trust me, you'll help me more than you can ever know. Erin, whatever we can do, sweetheart. Lots of prayers, honey. Let's see. You're all so sweet. Oh. Thiamine deficiency affects many systems of the chicken's body, including the muscle, heart, nerves, and digestive system. Okay. Adrian, which is Indiana Backyard Gardener. Is there a specific thing to give the chicken, honey? I don't blame you at all, Mel. I would give it to her also. Yep. It's just another name for B vitamin. I still haven't resolved the problem where I can see my live after the fact, what people write. Laura got hers resolved. She's on an Apple tablet. I'm on a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. I slid it over to the left. I still can't figure it out. I can't see what people are like. A lot of people want to play back the live and see what's being written in it. And I could understand that. Lots of good things get written and they change so many things with YouTube and I just can't figure it out. Let's see. But thank you, Adrian. And Mr. Paul Honeyman, don't tell me he's been ill. He hurt his back last Sunday unloading a truck. So I'm assuming he's not feeling well and I hope he gets better. He said, don't tell me he's been ill. Hope he gets better soon. We're scant days till spring equinox. You should see what the moon looks like tonight. I'll post it under my community tab. It was so low, like it looked like it was on the neighbor's lawn. This reddish orangey color, then like a whitish yellow, gorgeous. I sent it to my friend Angie. So Joe Serrano was saying, we're scant days till spring equinox. It's the 20th or 21st of March, right? I don't even know. Apparently I knew what the first day of spring was too, but I didn't. Thiamine is vitamin B1, as I recall. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Adrian. Just write it down. Honey does wonders. Yes, you know what the situation is? I'm out of the apple cider vinegar with the mother. Go figure, when she definitely was having a stomach issue going on for sure. Let's see. I'm not sure of the first day of spring this year. I know Easter is going to be early. Yeah. 3:31. And guess who's moving out? You're looking at her. On Easter. So, guess I'm not having Easter dinner. And my birthday is April the 4th. So, oh, nice. Yeah, it's very late across the pond for sure. Indiana Gardner, you always won over there. Mel, do you think the eclipse will affect them? Chickens. Here in Ohio, Cleveland, they're closing schools, telling us to prepare for ECT for 3 days. I'm getting a tad worried. Really? What do you mean? Can you emphasize on that? And I know Suzanne knows some of this stuff too. You mean they're literally closing the schools? Wow. And no, I don't, but I can look that up, or one of the moderators can look up. Do you think the eclipse will affect the chickens? Not sure. I don't even know when the eclipse is, to be honest with you right now. They are closing schools, telling us to prepare. Is that for ECT for 3 days? I'm getting a tad worried. So many things going on. You sure are blessed, Suzanne. Okay, I miss Mr. Paul, cheeky honey man. Yeah. I don't know. I have animals like that. One cat. But I'm curious if farm animals are affected by eclipse. I have no idea. Let's see what Laura says. Erin, I've never had any problems. And she has a lot of chickens. Yeah, EW42. Yeah, that's to Erin. I know. I'd have to try to talk to him, Joe Serrano. See if he wants to do that. See how curly this hair is? I pulled it up in like a rubber band and a scrunchie at the lower back of my neck, and it's just a big curly mess now. That would be awesome to have Paul on my live. People freaking out over it, and I was wondering about that. You're not ignorant. You're asking normal questions, Erin. Suzanne says, I remember the last eclipse. No big deal made out of it like this time. It's weird to hear people are freaking out. Because I do a lot of reading. Even when I can't sleep, I'm reading. And that's awesome because you just gave me reading material, I guess. I'll have to do my research and figure out what's going on. I don't know why people are freaking out. There's nothing we can do to prevent it. So no need to get all torn up over something like that. I mean, that is true. If that is the case, what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. If it's other things to prepare for that people are oblivious still, thinking nothing's going on in the world, economy's just fabulous. He's just, the clown, he's the greatest. Even Democrats are realizing he's not the greatest, but they're still not going to vote the other way, if you know what I'm saying. My niece is friends with somebody that's saying that tonight. She's not going to vote at all. That's a disgrace. Vote for someone that did good. It's not our fault if the news wasn't giving you the good things that he did. Doesn't matter his attitude, and maybe he learned and grew from that. None of us are perfect. No one is perfect except Jesus Christ. Facts, God, that's it. None of us are perfect. But he sure did his job right, and that's why I voted for him. But I agree with Laura. There's really nothing we can do, but I'm curious to see why people are freaking out. Girl, all of mine are egg layers also. Years ago, I bought 2 baby black chicks. Turns out they were, a rooster and a hen. But funny, this DNA stuff, the rooster had yellow feet with his black feathers, bit of red and green in his tail. Sounds pretty. I mean, I wasn't concerned, she said, but now they're closing my kid's school and I'm hearing all this stuff. I got enough stuff on my plate. Yeah, I'm sure we all do, but I'm curious to know what you're hearing. Type it in. We appreciate email. Thank you, Erin. I love you, girl. I'll tell you what, YouTube is great for a lot of things. The people that I've met, it was a great outlet during COVID. I've made some sincere friendships with people through YouTube that literally have my digits. And the people that I meet along the way, not everything is bad. You know what I mean? Talking about maybe certain things, or you're, can't say this or that because of the crazy world, that stinks, but it just is what it is. I had a comment. I'm going to tell you this comment. It wasn't under the Help 911 for the chicken. It was under last Monday's Cuteness Overload. But it came in yesterday. And it said, "You're such a wonderful person. The way that you treat your chickens and how good you are to them is amazing. It's such a shame that people can't be as kind and nice to other people the way that you are to your chickens." Something like that. And I agreed. Everybody, places here are unaffordable. Single white female in her SUV going to be out there in this crazy shit. So if something happens, well, hope you can live with yourself, is the way that I look at that. I'm not a horrible person. The world's just going bonkers is what it is. But I really did appreciate that comment. Speaking of comments, I had another weird comment. My gut is telling me that someone did the comment. I just can't elaborate on here right now, but it was that at Jimmy's, before we did the privacy fence from the Cuckoo neighbor, we did the bamboo because we were putting tikis up or whatever. Someone left me a comment and said, "It doesn't work. I can see right through it. It doesn't work." It didn't work, is what they wrote me. And I'll never forget the Needy Homesteader, which moderators, you could post a Needy Homesteader. I'm sure a lot of people already know who she is. She had that terrible, terrible thing that she went through. But I'm not going to get into that. What I'm going to get into is we were really very super friendly before her terrible accident. And we always spoke on Instagram and whatnot. And she literally gave me all the ins and outs of YouTube. Anyone says anything that's ignorant, don't respond back, just delete it. Someone puts something stupid, don't even waste your time, just delete it. I thought that bamboo comment was like the stupidest thing. I felt like going underneath of it. Like, well, obviously you can see through it. We weren't stupid when we did it. We did it for a different purpose. And I was going to write, that's why I spent $1,000 for a privacy fence. And then I just thought to myself, nope, not even wasting my time, and just delete. I was informed by Laura that if I go and block people, they can still watch. They just can't comment. Because believe me, I haven't had any problems on YouTube at all. Zilcho. I had a couple things with Jimmy's one neighbor. You all know that. Adrian knows that. Who was trying to portray to be someone else. So I'm like on to that game if somebody wants to try that now. But yeah, everyone needs to come together, help one another, be kind, be considerate. you know. So she thickened my skin and gave me a stiff drop kick to my gut. Not literally, but yeah. YouTube doesn't frighten me that way. Bring it on is the way that I say it. And I've had really no bad experiences with YouTube. I absolutely love it. And I love the people that I've met along the way, like I previously said. But I just thought to myself, people don't have a life because that came in on Saturday night. And you're talking about a bamboo fence that's not even there anymore. Like, watch the video. You'll see the next one with the privacy fence. Just people are so silly. And who's got time for it? It's petty. Again, thank you for that, Erin. We appreciate you. Mel with 2 hearts. Love you. Let's see. And Blake Monet goes. Oh, Joe. Sorry to hear that. I'll turn off. It's not like this world ain't hard enough without having to worry about something we can't change. Amen to that. Very true. Now swipe the comment box, the little box below the video. Now we're like, swipe the comment box. I did that. If you're talking about getting to see the writing, Suzanne, you might have to help me because me and Laura tried it together. Mine won't work. I don't know why. Oh, funny but not funny, Joe. Yes, my kids' school's closed, saying have 3 days of food and gas, etc. I really didn't give it a thought. Huh, that's crazy. Well, I mean, think about this. If the pharmaceuticals going down, the cell phone services went down, they got them back up. The I was ready to say the solar generator. It's going to go down. It's just a matter of time. It's so weakened, you know. So I guess you should have that no matter what. Anyway, Erin, I had no clue about the eclipse. Me either. What the world for an eclipse? Yeah. I not only have chickens, but I have goats, sheep, dogs, and cats. Yes, I mean, I was shocked, but I keep getting messages and emails from the kids' school. Yeah, wow. My son goes to Pharma, and they are closed along with Westlake. Wow. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. There you go, everyone. She's putting up a link. Story about animals during an eclipse. I want to know when the eclipse is because I think I would lock them in their coop. I don't want anything to affect the chickens. Amen. I think more. I'm perfect and not being. I'm perfect. ... And not being perfect. You know, Ace, I absolutely love that line. I didn't think anybody else ever used that line other than myself. I'm by far perfect. But I'm good at being imperfect, I think is how I used to say it. But that's cute. That's very cute. We homeschool, so it'll be open. Absolutely, Brook Trout. If you Google schools, Cleveland, Ohio eclipse, you can read there. Okay, we'll do it. Society has lost a lot because of technology. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like if you have a company over and you're not even socializing because you're like this, what is the matter with you? I'm so glad my kids were raised like, of course they had phones. They were never allowed to have their phones at the. I mean, since I've been here, I sat at this table a few times, but I'm used to eating dinner at the dining room table every night, not on the bed or yada yada. But they were never allowed on their phones. Phones weren't allowed at the table. Company was over, weren't allowed on your phones. My boys have so much respect. It's phenomenal. And I still agree to that to this day. All phones should be removed away from, like, dinner time, the dinner table. If you have company, get off the phone. I also did this because I know video games are a thing, but mine were teenagers, but since they were like, they did a lot of like race car games and sports games. Let me start off by saying that first. No video games during the week. So yeah, I was a strict mom. No one helped raise my kids but me. And my rules, you don't like it? Oh well. But it worked, you know? If they were going to be off on a Friday, they could go on. But they, like, Jarrett and Johnny were into, like, the MLB, the basketball, the footballs. Johnny really was into the race car driving games. I used to play them with him. And then he got into, like, the Call of Duties and stuff. And when he was leaving for college, true story, I didn't know why he was doing it, but he kind of chucked me this controller with this game, and I caught it. And he said, I'm like, what are you doing? And he said, teach yourself how to play this game. And I said, like, I got time for that. 3 jobs, blah, 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 blah. And he said, Mom, teach yourself how to play the game. I just thought it was the most silliest thing ever. And my son was in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, in college. And I was here in Pennsylvania where I used to live. Well, Lord behold, Jarrett was still living at home. And I got on it. And you know, when you would play video games, it would say like level 2, level 4. No, this day it literally still does. It says wave 4, wave 5. So when you would get to 10, you would have to kill this juggernaut. And I remember running to Jarrett like, Jarrett, the juggernaut's coming, it's coming. And Jarrett would kill it. Jarrett and his friend Anthony used to play this game and they could never get past wave 12. Well, this is a funny story. I started playing it, and for a week I was on this step playing this thing, like in the game on a step. And then I finally got off the step. I learned how to kill a juggernaut, went and got an Xbox Live card, went on live, and got my butt whooped, what I'm telling you. And then it dawned on me, like my downtime, because I wasn't out, you know, being a hussy at night. And it dawned on me when I would go in that game and play it, it was like easing my anxiety and I would sleep. Like Johnny knew that was going to be like a form of therapy for my anxiety with him being gone and go on or shoot, kill people, blah, 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 whatever. And it worked, honest to goodness. And I like the whole series of that. When people find out I'm a gamer, they're like, you game? I'm like, yes, I do. Me and my grandson used to play that one a lot, but he's in Florida now. But yeah, that was just funny. Let's see. Farmers will still be working, and those cows don't milk themselves yet, although it's getting closer to completely robot run. Yeah, I'm never getting anything with that AI in it, friends. It's another thing to look into. Do your own homework about the AI. They want to attach it to cars. And it was an article I read where the AI didn't want to let the owner get into their car after they came out of a store, or it can turn the engine off. I'm like, what? You'd be insane to be participating in the AI crap, because then it's never going to go away. It's always going to be there. Voices everywhere. Brooke Charles says, I'll be working, plumbing problems never stop. That is true. Shitty job, but it's pays well. I personally don't care for technology, and I'm not on social media. Give me a damn pen and paper. Yeah, it's because, well, I took that in school and all, and always got perfect penmanship type of awards and everything, but I do think technology got out of hand, and I think you as the individual have to learn when enough is enough and get off of it. When I had a sleep deprivation problem that was going on, the doctor that I was seeing, because they sent me to a different doctor, was like, no TV, no computer time, because I had my own business, no computer time. I think it's 2 to 3 hours before bed, just shut it all down. And I did that, and it worked, actually. It was really good. There's the Needy Homesteaders link. Thank you, Suzanne. Go check her out. Her story is so sad, too. If I leave the back door open, my ducks just walk in. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. Laugh out loud, Karen. They can always make other accounts also. Very true. We're like that. He used to get so mad about it. Yeah, I wouldn't want ducks, they just make a mess. Hate all the, I don't know, I'm gonna get them. They're so messy. I think it's funny, I just scold them. They just quack. So I'm like scolding a child and they, right back at you, like kids usually do, I can do it, but Mel says hers doesn't work, so I don't know. Yeah, I tried it on the phone with her. AT&T is giving all their customers $5. Laugh out loud. Oh, for the outage, you should look up T-Mobile for me. Are they doing it? I think my meds won't let me stock up what it's in. Plus food if I, yep. Yeah, I mean, no matter what, Erin, like, try to be prepared. Somebody could have looked at me like I was insane, but that was the game plan at Jimmy's, was to be prepared. I've always had that mindset, but that was something of a goal that we set. And I said that to somebody very recently. He could have ate like a king all winter, And he always liked my food. He wasn't like, oh, it's okay, or oh, it's bland. No, everyone and anyone that ever eats my food has never complained. But I said that I think maybe to my niece, maybe to Angie, that he could have been eating like a king. But, he decided to sell. It sold in 30 days, and I was out 30 days and here. So here we go again. Well, $5, maybe get a candy bar. A candy bars literally are so expensive now, it's just disgusting. But yeah, try to do an extra like power supply source. Even the battery ones that are this big for your cell phone. Make sure you have gas. Make sure you have a means of cooking. Make sure you have a form of electricity, even in the room. Because why is this not working? Well, Doc, it's not plugged in. It just told me my battery was at 15%, so I have to plug this in. Anywho, I have a lantern. A lot of the things that I did with preparing takes the USB, and you can charge everything from a lantern to an AM FM radio that has solar on the top of the antenna, because when everything goes down, you're not going to know anything. That's a great one to get. I got that off of Amazon when I was at Jimmy's, and I am working on getting things charged. But I think, even Proud Mom called me the other day. That comes in here, Proud Mom from Maine, and she has a Jackery or the other one, and she said the one that I'm looking at is not badly priced, and it will do for what I need it to do for, whether it's to stay warm or use my Ninja pot to be able to eat, So that is in my Amazon list. I think it's on the top. I was going for the odd color. I think it's green and black. It's cheaper with like $30 or $40 off. It's not even remotely close to the price of a Jackery or the other one. I can't think of the name. But something like that would be good to have. Generators run out. It's just another expense with gas. You have to have multiple forms of being able to cook. I did that video. It is on YouTube. What was it? The fire pit, the grill, the stove, and then the wood burning stove. I mean, look at all that stuff that we did for him to sell it. That's what pisses me off. If you want a wood burning stove, what are the 3 criteria you have to have, Mel? And I told him, and he found it used and did all the upgrades. Beautiful. First time we ran it, 3 pieces of wood. That house was on like 75, and that wood burned on 3 pieces all night. It was so efficient. And is he living better than that now? Absolutely not. And I'm in a bad way because of it. I would have never went there from the gate or spent all my money to better the house or better the property, build a garden, if I knew he was going to do that. So that's that for some of the people that are writing me like, well, what's the story with your living, in order for us to be able to support you? It's like some things I can say and some things I can't. April 8th. Okay. Simply Jen. Hi, Jen. She's alive. She's alive today, doing good. Check out Monday Cuteness Overload tomorrow. You will see her on there. When I went out last night a couple times to check on her after talking to you, she had like the runs really bad. It was like yellow liquid. Made the concoction today, you told me, but this morning when I opened the door to let the girls out, wasn't expecting her to come down. I expected to find her deceased. And she's like perfectly fine today. Like this never ever happened yesterday. Thank you so much, Jen, for all your help yesterday. You and Laura. She made it. $5 from apps. You can get 2 sausage McMuffins. Oh my goodness. There's Simply Jen's Homestead link. Go check her out. Sorry, Jen was in the middle of a conversation. Thank you for all the help. Like I said, you and Laura. But yeah, she looks great today, really. I have a 14 and a 15-year-old. They thankfully are not on social media either. I've drilled it in their head, and anything they post will be there forever. Very true. We had screen time and no game systems on Sundays. They also had no devices allowed at the table. Yeah, like you need structure. Kids are looking for that structure, that strictness. And if you don't provide it, well, then they walk all over you, you know? Just a known facts. But, I mean, they would fuss, but not a lot. Like every once in a while, they would try to be like, can I go on my game? And I said, is it during the week? Then no. But they were good in school. They didn't give me a lick of problems. Amanda did. And, you know, boys didn't, but Amanda did. She was a real peach. But I had my moment today, too, when I sat down. Something came on or whatever, and it made me think of Amanda just being gone like that, and it made me cry. So lots is going on, and my emotions are everywhere, for sure. Thursday is taking him driving now. Oh, nice. Good job. Wishing him luck. Aaron's son on getting his permit. Yep, Laura, you're very fortunate. Cousin's daughter tried putting my daughter on TikTok. She made her erase it. She went and told her because they were in pool and said pervs don't need to see you in a swimsuit. Amen to that. Amen to that. I haven't played a video game since Nintendo Mario Kart. Do you remember Super Nintendo where it was not the Mario Kart, but what is it? Where you would fly up and get the teeth, like you'd get the tail. That was my favorite stinking game. I bought that console for Amanda. And we would do these things like till your thumbs were numb. I beat so many levels on that. That game was so much fun. But now it's a little bit different. There's war games and stuff like that. I think this is what I used to say to Johnny. Johnny got his first war game behind my back. I was at work and he had grandmom take him. God bless her soul. I said, so you manipulated grandmom? He said, no, I just needed her license. I'm underage, mom. I go walking by his room and I see like, hypothetically, like an arm go flying. I was like, really, John? I said, let me ask you a question. Do you know what kind of game this is? He said, yes, I do. It's a war game. I said, you do realize you don't get a reset button, right? In the real world. And he said, of course, mom. I can't just go throwing a grenade at someone. Like, you have to know the mentality of your child. So we had multiple talks, even that game that you could go in the cop car or whatever. I said, you try doing that in real life, you'll be in prison for the rest of your life. And then the whole conversation about where Johnny respects military. He was going to go in. And then he was trying not to be a cop and he passed everything and then everything went crazy. So opted out for that, But, I know, mom, it's fake. You don't get a do-over so you got to know where your kid's head's at. But that Nintendo, it was Mario Super Brothers or something. Gotcha. I was always outside. But once my daughter was interested in something like that, Super Mario Brothers, oh, that was fun. Friday night we would do it. We would make popcorn, you know, or we watched all her shows. Do you remember when, what was it? Channel 6 was Family Night on Friday night? Teenage Sabrina the Teenage Witch and all those shows. Oh, we watched them all. Except my daughter did like scary stuff. She used to like watching Tales of the Crypt. Does anybody remember that? So it's funny when you think of the kids. And Jared's still into like, his downtime. He's not at work. He wants to play 2K. He wants to play MLB baseball. Never was any good at gaming. Neither was I, but I sure learned how to shoot and stab some people. It sure made me feel better. I love mine, Erin. T-Mobile's great. Oh, T-Mobile, yeah. Mario, laugh out loud, yep. My kids actually got the car for Christmas one year. And Johnny was always stocky, and Jared's a twig like me. And you could sit in this big blow up car. Thicker vinyl, of course. I think it was made for vinyl. And you put the controller in, and they'd be driving the Mario Kart. Yeah, that was fun. And then Johnny got in it with horse playing around, and he put a hole in it. But I would say the kids had a great childhood. Taught them how to fish, how to ride their bikes, golf, sports. Had to be a mother and a father. So, the original Nintendo. The newer phones that are out now, you cannot. You get X amount of space and you cannot change your battery. Facts. So, as soon as they put out a new phone, those other ones will be dead. T-Mobile has almost no service around here. If it's cheap, it doesn't work. Oh, it works good here. Anyone that can build a fire always has a way to cook. Amen. You have to be, if you want to be girly girl, that's fine, but you also have to learn how to get your hands dirty. Not everything you could do with a glove on. But yeah, multiple ways to cook or boil water. Down in the grammar code. Yep, yep. Yes, for unlimited lives. Oh, is it showing our age in here? It's so funny. We had to switch services because T-Mobile had no service here. Yeah, I heard that. If you're way out, T-Mobile's not the greatest when you're way out there. Oh, let's see. Me either. Me either. I have no trouble with my T-Mobile. We have been with Verizon for years now. I've never had issues, and my hubby drives truck, so he needs the good service. Laugh out loud. Yep, that's fantastic news, Mom. I'm happy for you. I'm exhausted from it all, but I'm grateful to have, people I like to say are true blue friends, where worldly living reasons, chickens, like, hey, you know what I mean? Grateful to be able to reach out. And people that have sense when it comes to chickens too. Greatly appreciated, John. You have no idea. And there was some of their concoction left, but we're going to dip a little bit tonight. It just won't be freezing like it was last night. Last night we were like 18, 19 degrees. Tonight will at least be like 30. It's supposed to be 60 tomorrow. I want to get things done, so I'm just thankful, Jen. Yes, they do. Oh, love you, Jen. My kids also played outside a lot too. I made sure of that. Yeah, we were like Jared was on 6 different baseball teams. Johnny was on a couple different baseball teams. It's like I'm running to this field, running to that field, because it was the same field with different areas of. And then Jared was put on 6 different teams because he really is a superstar, but he just has a tear in his arm and he doesn't want to get it fixed. He's an adult now. There's nothing I can do about that. But he eats, sleeps, shits baseball. He loves it. They both did football. They both went to golf camp. Um, Jarrett never even liked golf and he came in third place. Johnny still plays golf to this day. They work, work, and work. If they could do something to resolve their mother's situation, do you not think they wouldn't? Like Johnny was going to buy my daughter's townhouse. Wasn't even a house, townhouse. It sold for $330,000. Johnny said, "Mom, at 6%, there's just no way." He's running a room with his friend. So, and Jared's waiting for his ex who lives there, who's supposed to be finding somewhere to go, to go. So, that's what we're up against. Anything else? Side sparks imagination, absolutely. Yep. Mario 3. Super Mario World. Oh, so fun. Okay, Suzanne. I think that was the last game I ever tried to play Laugh Out Loud. I was probably a good thing. I wasn't good at it, and I stuck with being in the dirt. Much more fun. Yeah, the boys and like Amanda didn't have a lot of eye and hand coordination, but she was on sports. She played the flute. The boys were in band as well. It's like I was. You don't even want to know what I did in high school. I was not a kid that didn't do good in school. I was on everything after I moved. Just give you a few things. Flag twirler, cheerleader, stayed the quarterback of Cheltenham High School. Volleyball. One of my electives with gym was scuba diving. Loved that. That was so much fun. Yeah, swimming and diving. Gymnastics, that runs in my family. We all did gymnastics growing up. Girls basketball, girls softball. You name it, I've done it. I even tried it out for, I think it's called cadet, where you throw the rifles, like, well, you do all the stunts with them. And try it out. And I won, and I said, good, because I don't want to be on it. They were like, what? I said, I'm on so many things that I just added another thing to my plate, and I didn't want it to come down and break me in the nose. But I tried out for everything and still did my academics. So I loved school. When I went to Weatherly in the mountains, loved school there too because she was beyond strict. And I was doing math problems on the deck every morning in the summer. Workbook. You got these 4 pages to do every morning. If you got 3 wrong, she erased it and you were redoing it. These kids today have it made in the shade, let me tell you. And then there was the lake behind my house, and I learned to fish, a paddle boat, and climbing trees and building forts. And I love to camp, and I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I like being outside. I'm down with Laura that way. You know what I mean? Like, there's a time and a place for everything, but I could so handle some fishing right now. Let's see. My son has always had military aspirations. Yeah, my Johnny did too. And a couple of his buddies went in, and then they came out and was like, John, if you're going to do it, you should go into reserves, because they could have been making bank, And then he decided to try out for a police officer. But he went to a business college, but got a degree in business. And he works really hard. I'm really super proud of Johnny and Jared. And I don't know how to explain his degree in golf. Meaning, like, I guess if he wanted to be a golf instructor at the high school, he could. If he wanted to be the PGA as an instructor, he could. So, yeah, he also got that. And Jarrett was picked up by multiple schools between Florida State, North Carolina for baseball, and bingo bango gets an injury. So, and he works very hard. And when I was bringing up Jarrett last week, it's like I did this concern Jared had. He had this that needed to be done with his car, blah, 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 blah. And when he went to the supermarket, he had called me on the phone. And I said, yeah, it's like hard for people to survive out there. He said, Mom, it's literally impossible. Like, it's going to get to the point where it's literally impossible for anyone to survive. And they would be naive to say anything different. And that's Jared, who's 24. So, yeah, the boys are great. Tetris. Zelda. I never got into that, but I played it a few times. Donkey Kong. No, I like the alien thing. You would hide behind the thing, a little dot would go up like the real arcade and pinball. I like that. You remember Tales? Yes, old school Tales from the Crypt. Let's see. Thanks for the ride, lady. Yeah, I'd like to, I don't know, maybe for my birthday or something. I don't know. Because it's going to be an interesting birthday. Because I'll be homeless in my vehicle. Um, Definitely need a new phone. Because the battery's spent and it just doesn't look like an easy process. So yeah, an S21, I'd be grateful for one of them. My two older sons liked video games. It was like a fighter thing. I can't remember the name of it. iPhone. My kids had the best phones too. They just knew when to get off that phone and when to use it, when not to use it. I just sold Jared's phone a week ago when I gave him all that stuff. It was immaculate. My Jared is an immaculate person. He likes his stuff a certain way. Geez, wonder where he got that. I'm clean and I clean up after myself and clean up after other people. His phone case was so sharp, screen, not even a fingerprint on it. With a real sharp background. They're both neat and tidy. My daughter was the most messiest one, but then like beyond messy. But then she grew up at 30 something and her house was always clean. Whistletop Homestead, hello everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. Whistletop Homestead, there's their link. Which is Ed. Ed, did you receive your seeds? Love gymnastics. Yeah, I did the uneven bars. My uncle went to the Olympics for the rings in gymnastics. My cousin, we all did gymnastics though, all of us. And then my cousin Danny lives in Anchorage, Alaska, and he has his own gym for gymnastics, and they go to the Olympics and stuff like that. So he followed in my uncle's footsteps. But yeah, I still have, I don't know if you could see, I still have the marks from gymnastics. No matter how much powder you put on. Or like, look, they'll never go away. It's from doing gymnastics. Yep. Let's see. I love being outside. I can't stand being cooped up. I can't stand tiptoeing around. I had the Atari. I didn't, but I played on it. Centipede? It's the one where you had to shoot. And it was like behind these little mounds of dirt or something like that. I do love playing a real pinball machine. I love pinball. Oh, Laura, you should get a pinball machine for your pool room. Oh, I love pinball. I like it. I definitely played that. I did used to take my kids to the mall. Their dad did though too, for like a little outing, He would take them up to the arcade so they could play pinball, X amount of coins, They had good childhoods, good life, and this situation that's going on is like tying their hands behind their backs, It's just something that happened and they can only do so much. Let's see. Space Invaders. I don't know how big the pond is, but I suggest let me tell you about, well, yeah, Laura was definitely getting her ponds filled with fish because we were talking about it via phone. But the lake that was behind my house had like the real big sunfish and walleye. The bass in that lake were amazing. There was a campground behind that was called K&A Campgrounds. Look it up, Whitehaven, Pennsylvania. You go in that campground, there's Polaroids, pictures of bass all over it now. It's insane. But it was a great way to grow up. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't change it for the world. Let's see. 10 foot. That's my daughter's. Well, Johnny had his moments being a little sloppy. Yeah, Amanda was about that, but then she got better. Maybe some perch. No, I have not received anything at this moment. You always have a hard time remembering who I am. It's the cook. Listen, you almost just got me tongue twisted there, Ed. You know what it is? Because I forget it's you. You've changed your channel about 20 times since I met you, my friend. I can't keep up. It's like I was used to all the other names. So when I see Whistletop Homestead at first, I never think of you. I still think of you and your dog channel name. Yeah, it'll get there, Ed. Because Laura, who's in here as a moderator, sent yours to Suzanne, and Suzanne is sending it to you. Let's see, as soon as I can find an editing software that I can use, I could do videos again. Sweet, Ed. Let's see. No, I swear wish you could rent out. I know, right? Aaron, you still have to send me an email so I can give you my number, girl. I could imagine. Believe me, I'm there with you. I've only changed my name 4 times. Ed, do you know what I've been through in the last 3 years? Sorry, buddy. Nothing, don't take it personal. But I think you had quite more than just 4 times. Even before I met you. With Simple Life Reclaimed and all that, your name was different. Sorry, don't take it personal. Yeah, only 4, right? Okay, so let me see what else. So the corn muffins with the jalapeno and the cheddar, I'm doing the different muffins when we make blueberry too, because I couldn't stand those white holders. Is for this, and also something quick to eat. I didn't like the way that they turned out, so I'm going to use my own recipe. So I don't know, because Debbie's like, well, you already put it out there. I said, well, that wasn't my recipe. So maybe I'll have to make a different title, like my official cheddar and jalapeno muffins, or my cheddar muffins. Blueberry was mine though. And I have a blueberry coffee cake, but I know I'm still got to get to the cinnamon rolls for Laura. But I'm going to do the blueberry because I have a bag of frozen blueberries. It's a blueberry coffee cake. So I'm going to try to get to that. And I have to do the rolls. And then the muffins. Don't forget to check out, I did the potato bread, not my recipe. It was Simple Living Alaska. It's my favorite channels. It was very sticky at first, and I've dealt with dough. And I decided to stop it right there. But you know what I did? I goofed up on? I wrote it right in the video. Once I put it in the pan, I didn't let it re-rise. I just put it in the oven. And that's because I had a gazillion things going on. You know what I mean? It just totally slipped my mind. But I gave a loaf of that to Debbie. I didn't eat any of it. Thomas had a piece or 2, which is fine. They can eat it. I don't even want it. I have my own recipe, but it's good. I had a lot going on this weekend. Let's put it that way. Let's see. To send Mel an email. Thank you, Suzanne. 4 times in 3 years. That's not bad. I couldn't even change it. Anyone here going to spam me? Absolutely not, Erin. You crazy, girl. Crazy. So yeah. So bear with me. So lots of things to get done this week. Plus I'm trying to pack. I might give myself, this was suggested. The stuff's going to be out no matter how you look at it. But give yourself the week and get things done, videos, a backlog of videos. That was a good idea. And just keep it going to use up things I want to use. So yeah, be prepared. There's going to be lots of videos. But Simple Living Alaska's potato bread was so good. I just screwed up and didn't let it rise again and then put it in the oven, but I mean, it still turned out. I added extra potatoes too, so my whole bag of Yukon Gold potatoes was like gone in a matter of like a blink. So yeah, won't miss that kind of stuff. So just different videos coming out. This blueberry coffee cake. I did the Pioneer Woman, and then I have my own recipe, and I kept saying I'm gonna put it out there, and I just haven't. But I will because they like cinnamon rolls. I don't mind. So I'm gonna make mine because Laura wants it because it would be easier for her to be able to make mine for sure. You will love my cinnamon rolls. I still have the sauce and the meatballs. So that will be dinner one night this week for me. Sauce and the meatballs. They'll probably be in two separate videos. And then it will be, well, tomorrow will be the Monday cuteness overload. And I need to redo the corn muffins and then the jalapeno and cheddar. So yeah, I want you to see mine and how I normally do them. I was excited when I found a few of my cups that I love. So much better than those white ones. That's all they had at the restaurant store at the time, so I just grabbed them and they're just not the best at all. Let's see. Well, tomorrow's school day, so gotta finish mom stuff. Hope you all have a great night and thank you all for being amazing friends. Oh, Erin, you're such a sweetheart. Don't forget to email me. Love you. Don't worry. Don't worry this week. Eclipse, the school, don't worry about that. Just breathe. You need me? Send me an email. I got you. And we love you too. Have a great week and hope that you feel better. Let's see. Has an allergy doctor appointment tomorrow. Oh, he does? Is that his routine? Her son has bad allergies. I hope he's going to be okay. Yep. Keep your chin up, Erin. That's what Brooke Trout said. Keep your chin up. It's just another follow-up. Okay. I have a wash real quick for tomorrow. Everyone have a great week. Good night, Mel. Love you, girl. Love you too. And I still have that bag. I still have the bag, Adrian. But you have my number. Call me. And as soon as you get a minute, and we'll catch up. Love you to pieces. So, potato bread, please watch it. That was Simple Living Alaska's recipe. Love that. Just grateful to have amazing friends and chicken friends. Because the chicken's doing A-okay right now. What else did I do? Let me think a second. Okay, the cake was put on there. I did the meatloaf, did the Marry Me chicken. Like, I literally write lists. Love you too, Adrian. Love you more, girl. So the blueberry cakes, the cinnamon rolls, the sauce with the meatballs. And I also want to do I want to do corn in my, so I want to do like a corn with corn corn muffin, and then the jalapeno and cheddar, and a couple plain. So lots going on and just exhausted. Just a lot of stuff. They said it was spraining some type of dislocation or something in my elbow and I'm lifting cases. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Did I say I was so glad to get the tomatoes out of the freezer? So glad. And they all sealed. Well, the whole 4. I think it would have been 5. Watch the video. I'll be posting that because I posted the chicken emergency thing yesterday, and then the potato bread I posted later in the day because that was supposed to be my original video. So please check that out and check out Simple Living Alaska. Moderators can leave their link if you're watching this back. I'm sure everyone knows who they are. But one of the moderators can post Simple Living Alaska's link. I would greatly appreciate it. And they turned theirs into rolls. And if you see it, it was real like movable and kind of sticky for Eric too, but turned out really good. I just wanted to try theirs. So yeah, lots more muffins coming this way and food, and I have the video done for the sauce. I just have to put a bunch of pieces together. I thought that was a good idea that Debbie suggested. It was just exhausting. And then tomorrow's the chicken, so yeah. That's pretty much that's going on. I'm trying to wonder if I missed anything. I'm sure you'll see it on YouTube if I did. Any special requests, let me know. If you need me, let me know that too. Great big shout out again to Laura, Simply Jen, my niece Erin, my girlfriend Angie for being super duper supportive and, being there to help me with the chicken situation. The 2 pros, that would be Laura and Jen. And greatly appreciate all of it, every bit of it. Thank you, Brooke Trout, for leaving the comment under there because I'd never even heard of that before. Something charcoal, and I looked that up. I learned something new every day. But very, very grateful. And then Angie and Erin, my niece Erin, she was very, very helpful. When I was sending her pictures, she's like, I think her color is improving, and, so love my niece to pieces. She's my only niece. And she's a good girl. And her husband, Fred, is a good guy. He's the one that has the bone cancer. It's in remission. So please pray for Fred and for his health. Pray for people that need it. Oh, sorry. That just did that on its own. Pray for people that need help with this crazy world and trying to find ways to survive, or who miss their loved ones. Lots and lots of prayers for that. Or missing your children. I'm thankful that mine are alive, but I miss them. Something fierce. But my heart goes out to everyone who needs prayers. And be kind, be nice, stay healthy, do what you got to do. Don't forget to check your prescriptions. And let's see. Ace Medora, good night, my friend. All have a great, safe week. Thanks for the live, Mel. You're so welcome. Mel, I told you, girl, don't worry about doing any videos for me. It's fine. It's not like I need them. I fell out. I'm doing that cinnamon roll one. I used to drive through Indiana, but now I take 57 instead of 65 and take care of Indiana. She's such a good person, Brooke Trout. Everyone that I come in contact with are just great human beings, great people. If somebody starts off a stranger and is doing things for you, that right there already tells you their characteristic as a human being, Believe me, I've been shown the love and felt the love many a times. So let me keep going, and then I'll finish what I was going to say. Thanks, Medora, for coming in. There's the link from Laura and from Suzanne. You girls rock. No Paul Honeyman tonight. I hope his back is better. But the ladies rocked it. Doing the live. Lots of props to my moderators. I love my channel. I just love my peeps. These are great. Laura's saying, good night, everyone. Have a great week. God bless y'all. Okay, so let me finish what I was saying. Yeah, so stay well, stay healthy, stay safe. Check on your prescriptions and make sure you have means for whatever other craziness is going to come down the road. If anyone needs me, you have my email address. You can write me if I can give advice or help, or if it's for preparing or prepping, or even if it's something personal. Feel free, because you know what? It takes me out of my own headspace too. Lots of prayers for me, and sincerely, prayers for Erin. You know, a lot of us are worrying about a lot of different things, and good luck tomorrow, Laura, with your son with allergies. Suzanne, whoop, whoop, you're amazing. Brooke Trout, I don't even think it would be a normal life without you in here anymore. Absolutely love yous, and really means a lot. So, tomato video coming out. Glad that's one chore done. And the sauce is amazing. And I'm going to work on getting the frozen blueberries out of the freezer. Some more. I would think if anybody has a good recipe for vegetable soup, send it my way. Because I have zucchini and all kinds of stuff. And I think I want to make vegetable soup. So, send me an email. Lots of prayers for Paul Honeyman. That his back improves or that he's okay. We miss him if he watches it back. We love Paul and his sick sense of humor. Suzanne, you're the bomb.com. How did you know I was going to go there with that? Please do not forget our moderator. Voon Child. Support the military. Whoop, whoop. She's ex-Navy. Amazing, amazing human being who just hasn't been in a lot because she's been so busy picking up extra hours. But Suzanne posted that link as soon as I was ready to say something. Our friend and mod, Voon Child. Please check her out. Please support her channel. She'll never ask you to subscribe. She's trying to grow it organically. Suzanne, that was quick-witted right there, let me tell you. Paul, if you're watching this back, you better definitely be missed. Big hugs. Yeah, we love Paul. There's the Needy Homesteader link. Thank you, Suzanne. Yes, be kind. The world has enough of the nastiness in it. And on that note, she summed it up right there. We love you. Please be kind to one another. Stay safe. Be cautious. But don't be scared. Please don't be scared. And if you're lonely or, dial a friend, maybe get a good book, work on your preps. Got one for you. Try to do, well, let's see, because I don't think she's doing it anymore. Try to do, I'm going to go reasonably low. Go for 5 canned goods a week. 5 canned goods. Get yourself 5 canned goods, whether it's tuna, fish, chicken, whatever you like. Pick up 5 canned goods a week and start, fixing your preps a little bit better. But I love you all sincerely. Bottom of my heart and soul. Laura summed that up. Thank you, everyone who watches the live back. I was busy one tonight. I definitely talked a lot in this one. And my throat always pays for it, but love you all to pieces. Don't forget, if you're new here, think about subscribing. It will cost you nothing. Make sure you hit the thumbs up under the videos. I feel blessed and I appreciate every single last one of you, honestly, sincerely. And Miss Andel, what is this one? Bake? Are you sitting there barefoot while doing your live stream? Nope. I'm wearing boots. Whatever that was about. Hello, Miss Andel. I love you. Love you, love you, and miss you. Laura, you can call me. Good night, Miss Andel. Love you, Simply Jen. Thank you. And lots of prayers still for the chicken who's looking like she's doing a full recovery. Maybe I'm the chicken whisperer and I got amazing friends to help. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Say your prayers. Really? All right. Unfortunately, at the end of it, you're going to have some weird, person in there. Never fails. Love you all. Thank you for deleting that, LauraBomb.com. Laura, call me. Love you all. I'll see you throughout the week. And I will see you. And I'm actually right on time tonight. I will see you next Sunday, same time. And I bid you all good night. So I'm going to hold up my beautiful looking sauce. Thank you, Brooke Trout. You do the same. And if you need me, send me an email. You have my email address. I didn't even see that one. Um, yeah. Sincerely, send me an email. I promise I'll write. Um, Delicioso. Stay tuned, Laura. We're going to be making some meatballs and some homemade gravy, but it's not going to be from this one. Love yous all. Good night. Oh, that's right. The button's on the opposite side. Now my thumb always has to go. Wonder if I could go like this. Oh, I can. Nope, I can't. Won't work. Okay, got to deal with my nail. Love yous all. Then I can hold it up. Why do they have the button over there? Silly me. Love you, Brooke Trout. Write me an email. Love yous all. Good night.